with you a little bit today about the hardest and easiest thing that I do for myself in my mental health practice. And really, just my whole entire life is my mental health practice because having PMDD, I'm really pulled out of myself for 2 weeks a month. So having to create this routine and this way of being has helped me in such a major way that I can't not tell people anymore, and especially this part, because it's really easy and it is free. And it's honestly just sitting in nature. That is it. One of the biggest parts of what I do is just sitting here and noticing. It's watering my garden and noticing. It's weeding my garden and noticing. Like today, I went to go water my garden and I didn't plant a chamomile plant, but there is a bucket that is just bursting with chamomile flowers. So that's nature telling me that my nervous system might get tested. I've had an earache, and one of the ways to soothe it is I put a chamomile tincture on my ear. And that may just be acknowledgement from the plant that, yes, continue to do that. Um, one of the things that I find when I do sit with myself in nature and I do look at these things, I have way more confidence in my own skills. So, 2 days ago, I had a really, really bad earache, and I have not had one of those since I was like 10 years old. And I know how to heal it. I know what to do, but sometimes it takes me a really long time to catch up to the thought that my body actually needs to be healed. Like, I can sit in that pain, like, I think I sat with an earache for almost a week. I knew it was coming. I knew what it was. I knew what could be done, but my body literally doesn't acknowledge it. It's just the autism and the slow processing. So when I give myself time in between all the other bits to just sit here and look at these messages that are right in front of me that you cannot deny, then it gets way easier to accept my own wisdom and know that, yes, I have been studying herbalism for like 30 years. And yes, I do have all these oils and concoctions that I can use myself. And yes, this is my ancestral wisdom. And that the more that I connect with my own ancestral wisdom of doing heart opening exercises with the trees and sitting with the trees and their wisdom, it becomes so much easier for me to be who I am meant to be here on this planet. And even though I know what it is deep in my heart, it's very hard for me to present that in society today because it's not a typical part of life. You don't have a seer that lives on the edge of the city in the woods that has all this ancestral wisdom that people come to and they can give you some guidance. We don't have a place for that yet. We kind of have a place in the new age community, but it's honestly the most toxic environment I've ever been in. And I have been in a lot of environments. So I'm trying to extract myself from certain communities and let the communities that I so desperately needed but didn't know I needed, I'm allowing them to just show up. And ACER, the integration course that I'm taking, is one of those places. There are so many people in there that see me, that hear me, that understand my wisdom. And that's so important to me to be seen and witnessed for who I truly am, so then I can actually feel like I'm doing what I was put here to do. But when you're living in a world where not only can you not witness yourself, and that's what I do when I sit in these moments of trance with the trees. It's what I do when I'm just here with the dogs or meditating on my trampoline or any of those things. I'm allowing myself to be seen and seen by the universe, seen by consciousness, seen by the creator, seen by people, seen by you. Like me doing this is allowing myself to show up in a deeper way every single time. I know part of what I do is verbal processing. I know part of what I do is physical processing. I know what I do is communicating. So if I just continue to do those things, and I walk the path continuously over and over again and shed the things that really no longer work for me. Like capitalism does not work for me. Patriarchy does not work for me. So now I'm looking for spaces that hold energy in those ways. And the more that I allow myself to sit in quiet contemplation, and truly, that's all it is. Nature allows us to be quiet because there are cues in it, smells and sounds and feelings that make our nervous system calm. It's in our bones. Our ancestors knew it and our grandparents knew it. And now we have to allow it back into our lives. But there is a peace in the being still. So even if you can only do 5 minutes a day, even if you can only go camping once a year, you just do it. Allow yourself that time. Allow yourself to go and sit in the park at lunch instead of sit at your desk. Allow yourself to go and feed a chipmunk because it's just joy filled. You know, it really is one of the things I have noticed the most is I find more joy in nature than I do anywhere else. I find more wonder in nature than I do anywhere else. So why wouldn't I allow myself to be in that energy more often? So this is just my little nudge to everybody to say, "Hey, take 5 minutes, take 10 minutes, take half a day. Come and say, "Hey, I'm gonna be at the Valens Conservation Area Friday and Saturday," I think with the Hamilton, um, Conscious Collective. I think they're having a party Saturday night on the beach. Don't quote me on that. I just know what I'm going to do, but there are communities out there that have space for you to really tap into that knowledge that is in your bones. You just have to allow yourself those spaces. So, from somebody who has taken 50 years to find those spaces, I know it's not easy. I know it's uncomfortable. And I know it's hard, but it's worth it when you get here. It's worth it when you truly find your people because you allowed yourself to be the person you truly are. I am a neurodivergent autistic druid, and I whisper to trees and I listen to the land and get so much information from it. It's kind of astounding. And I'm here because I want to help other people learn how to whisper. I want to help other people learn how to see the messages in nature because what it has given me and my life has just been almost like a fairy tale. And I think everybody deserves that fairy tale. And yes, do I have bloody hard days? Yes, I just came through some. They were horrible. But I knew on the other side of it, there would be this. I know on the other side of the shadows, there is always light. I know on the other side of an ebb is always flow because that's the way nature works. And we are a part of nature. We are not separate from nature. So go and have a ponder in the woods and see what happens. Go and have a conversation with a mushroom. Go and have a conversation with a tree. Just allow yourself to be wild and free and try this divergent way of living because honestly, even through all the hardships, I now understand why I had to be the way I am. And I love it. Bye for now, wildlings.